Today we're traveling to Eastern Oregon to drive the latest from Subaru. This is the new Subaru Outback, and for 2015, it's upping the ante in the crossover utility market. Starting at just under $25,000, even the base model comes nicely equipped. The 2.5i Premium we're starting out in today features a 175 horsepower boxer motor attached to Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system. Together, this combination provides up to 33 miles to the gallon city, 25 on the highway. The back seats have plenty of room for full-size adults. Moving on to the trunk, the optional power liftgate opens to a pre-programmed clearance. Notice it doesn't hit the canoes? Nice. Inside you'll find lots of room for your stuff. Plus, with an easy pull, the back seats fold down, revealing even more cargo space. Inside the Outback, the cabin is very similar to the 2014 model, but with one very important update, and that's the nav system. This new one is excellent. It features a multi-touch interface and supports several popular apps. Beneath it are controls for the dual-zone climate control. The only transmission available on the 2.5i Premium is Subaru's latest CVT that features a manual override option. Not willing to stop there, Subaru has also tweaked the suspension for 2015. Yes, this is looking like a pretty thorough update. So why have we come to Oregon? We're on a mission.
What we're going to do today is we are going to take it off-roading, and not just any off-roading, we're going to drive it into a big volcanic bowl of some kind. At least that's what it's been described to me as. So let's go see what we can do and what kind of trouble we can get into here in Oregon. Road has transitioned from pavement to dirt, and we're just taking a little jaunt through the forest here. So far it's very nice, nothing to speak of, but it's pretty much a flat road with some big rocks, so it's not that big of a deal. But we do have to be careful because these rocks are more volcanic in nature, so they're going to be a little sharper. And we need to make sure not to get any flats, because that's always embarrassing.
Sure, the trail was easy for a Subaru Outback. That's because this rig features 8.7 inches of ground clearance, a critical detail when venturing off-road.
Okay, so I have the car right now in manual shifting. I'm in second gear, just plucking along nicely.
It wasn't long before we arrived at our first challenge. Here we'll put Subaru's new X-Mode off-road terrain system to the test.
Let's give this a try. So we have a nice volcanic bowl. We're going to give a try of this X mode and see how well it does. How well do you think it's going to do?
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think they'd put us here if it wasn't going to be fine. This is a fantastic location, though. Wow, that's quite a drop on the left. I can't see where I'm going. Oh, there we go. Oh, that is rather steep.
Not just steep, the surface was also quite loose, making hill descent control a must-have feature to navigate safely.
Wow. You know, I have to say, hill descent control is a really neat feature to have on a car, because you can't actually brake four wheels independently with a normal brake, and so that's a huge benefit.
Even more surprising were the very useful departure angles on this Outback. The exhaust didn't even rub when leaving the course. Further down the hill, we continued to use that full 8.7 inches of ground clearance as we made our descent through less traveled forest roads. It's one thing to be able to traverse rough roads without incident. It's another to do it carefree and in complete comfort, like we did in this Outback. But we're not done quite yet. There is one more test to perform, and for that we needed to switch out to a different vehicle that was equipped with the optional Eyesight safety system. In addition to lane detection and adaptive cruise control, Eyesight provides emergency stop. We'll let one of the Subaru engineers explain exactly how that works.
So
So the once camera detecting, and then driver do nothing, so they could recognize, oh, this is very emergency situation. So that's the camera they make some signal to apply the brake and stop before the make collision. So
Naturally, we're using an inflatable car for our test.
Okay, so we need to get up to 30, foot off the brake, and obstacle detected. Whoa! Sweet!
The Outback has always been a great crossover. Now, for 2015, Subaru has managed to make it the best choice in the midsize segment. This has been Ryan Douthit for the AutoNation Test Drive. For more information, visit your local AutoNation dealer.